Yeah. Do you feel like at those times, you feel like it was you being hard-headed, where you was like you didn't want to be with your parents and none of that structure you were used to, were you kind of confined with being a military kid? You know, it's structuring in this household.
Yeah.
You can't do certain things. You ain't in the States. It's a little different. You feel like when you came here, were you kind of wild at first? You maybe feel like trying to grasp things, or?
Yeah, I would say that because I come from my household is I have a Jamaican parent in my home as well, so very strict, especially with with girls.
Absolutely.
So I came from a strict parent household. I was just kind of ready to like, dang, well, other kids are doing this, or you know how this as a kid, other kids are doing this, other kids doing this. So 18 years old, I got the freedom. I done came to the States, and then how I am, my pride is like I done left home already, so I can't go back. And I'm not giving my mama the satisfaction of saying I told you so, because that's what she would do. Like, I told you so, which is right, but I could have listened a little bit. I definitely could have listened more.
And you're by yourself in Virginia. There's no family there.
My closest family is like 3 hours up in D.C. or 3 hours North Carolina. Is my mom's best friend, who's like my aunt. Other than that, my family's all in Georgia. So
wow.
Yeah, so it's just me and VA by myself figuring it out. So that's where I've been. Yeah. But definitely could have listened a little bit more. Now, you know, when you look back, you're like, my parents, they meant me well. Absolutely. They're trying to prevent you from doing things that they might have already been through.
Yeah.
You know? But we all try to find our own path, figure our own way out. But that leads to my story that's made me who I am today. So I appreciate it.
Yeah, because I was doing some research. I was having. I'm like, oh, she really has a story. And like I said, I could tell just through the rapping. I'm like, oh, nah, it's different. I can hear that aggression coming out. I know you used to dance as well. What made you get into dancing?
Okay, so dancing came from, I was working a 9 to 5, working for, I was doing insurance. Working for insurance, I had a child, and 9 to 5 just wasn't cutting it. All honesty, so I had some homegirls that were dancers. I'm like, it's not really what I want to do, but let's see what we do. So I went to go audition my first night. First night I made like $600 in an hour and a half.
Wow.
Went home, you know, counting my money up. I'm at home counting my money up on the floor. I'm like, okay, I can do this once a week on top of my regular check. Like, that ain't gonna hurt nobody. So I started dancing. I became a part of this group. It was called Cream. Cash rules everything around me is what we consider ourselves. So we had like the little ice cream cone logo. It was a group of about 6 or 7 girls. Okay. So we would dance every Wednesday, make money. Like every Wednesday, I could guarantee I would at least make no less than $1,000 going in there on a Wednesday. So from that aspect, started dancing with them. The group ended up like falling apart. So I'm thinking like, I ain't really gonna be able to make no money dancing. I'm not from here. People just were starting to find out about me. I had been in Virginia for about 3 years. Right. So I just started dancing, people finding out about me. So COVID happened, 2021. I got laid off. So I'm like, now what am I gonna do? I got a little kid. Like, what am I gonna do? Man, how we gonna figure this out? So I started dancing at this club in Virginia called LA. It's more of like a bikini bar. Okay. So, because the rules are very strict in Virginia, started dancing there. People started coming out to see me. I was making the same amount of money I was making with those girls by myself. And then I started getting traction on Instagram. So then I'm starting to get requested in Miami. I'm going to Texas. I'm going to Tennessee. Nashville. I've been to Nashville a lot. Like, they really rock with me in Nashville. So Nashville, I've been there a lot. It just started to do stuff like that. Then I got into doing more like photo shoots and stuff like that. Just put myself out there. And in the midst of I was making a lot of money. In the midst of making all this money and stuff, I just didn't feel happy. I started to like, I was just like, praying. I'm like, God, like, whatever my purpose is, whatever it is I'm supposed to be doing, please, like, what am I destined to do? What am I here for? Yeah. Because this ain't it. Like, I'm making the money, but I'm not happy. I'm dealing with drama that I don't even know where it's coming from. I'm just working. I'm here for
a lot of people. They glamorize. It's the money is there. Yeah. With being a dancer, but it is a downside to it. It's cattiness. You're around a lot of different women.
So many different personalities, even from the customer aspect, and then you have to like I want to tell any females that's dancing now or any young people that might dance, it's nothing to be ashamed of, I'd say. Right. At the end of the day, for me, it was something I had to do to survive, right? But don't let the money make you, like, you have to make the money, go into it with a plan so that you have a reason that you're doing it. You go and like you tracking your money. Like, I was tracking my money. I would use the app. I'm tracking how much I'm making every week.
Absolutely.
You can use that stuff on taxes too, like every wig you buy, every outfit you buy, every time you go to the nail shop,
the gas it takes to get there,
all of that stuff. Like you can really do tax and all that stuff on that stuff. So make it into a business, but you need to make a plan. Like don't let it drain every piece of you, because it definitely, like, it can do that, or you get so into it that you can't get out of it.
Yeah, get lost.
Yeah, so I was happy when I was able to just, like, my whole music situation just started coming together as I started praying and asking God, like, please help me out, because I was miserable.
So when did you get in the studio? When did you decide? Were you dancing when you decided to maybe get back in the studio, or was it afterwards?
So I had started to work on the music while I was in the club, and I found so much joy in doing it. I'm like, this is what we're supposed to be doing. It's entertainment, but it's a different aspect. I can be myself. Like, I don't have to worry about being myself and I'm offending somebody, or I don't have to pull back on who I am because this person think I'm doing too much. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So just me and the mic, me and the engineer and the producer, and we good. That's it.
Now, since you were traveling all around these different markets, different cities, were you doing some studio times in the markets too, or were you just going, getting the money and coming back home?
Yeah, I was just like, take a little day trip, literally fly in the day that the event is happening, go to work, and then catch a real early morning flight out. I just like to, go and get back, because with the dancing aspect, I treated it like a 9-to-5 job. Not too much hanging out, not too much doing too much. I wanted to I didn't want it to be like, take a lot from me, you know what I'm saying? So I just kept it as a 9-to-5 type of job.
Yeah. But I mean, the thing is with that, you moving around, you building your following up. So now, what is it like, the people that's following you when you were, dancing, because you stopped dancing
about a year ago, yes.
Yeah. So what is it like now with them seeing you promoting a different type of content? What are the responses like?
So honestly, like, a lot of people, I get a lot of messages like, I told you, because I would get, like, people would come and tip me when I started to get a fan base from dancing. They would be like, man, you don't belong here. Like, you don't belong here. So now they're like, wow, like, I'm enjoying the growth. The music is good. You look happier. You look the best you've ever looked. Like, those are the things that I'm getting now. So support. And then, of course, it is hard to get some of the other people over, because they're just so used to that. So, of course, you're going to lose some supporters, because they were only there for that aspect of things. But I'm gaining supporters as well that want to get to know me on, like, a personal level. Like, they actually want to know me, not just the surface,
Yeah.
So I'm appreciative of that. I know I'm gonna lose some. I know that I've lost some, but I'm gonna gain many more.
For sure.